Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, this video has been kind of a disaster. I filmed it weeks ago, and I have not really had time to upload it. It's been edited, but the problem is I filmed it with no sound. So I was gonna do subtitles on it, or captions, I guess. And I literally am so rotted right now, I could not come up with enough to talk about to fill the whole video. I am taking a summer course right now on top of working like 30 hours a week. And I'm fried every day. I'm so burnt out and tired. And I mean, I did, and it's keeping me busy, which is good, but it's rough. It's a bit rough, you know? So I ended up going to my Instagram and I asked for some Q&A questions. And literally only my friends responded because the rest of you are fake. But that's okay. At least they're curious about me, you know? Take that, whatever. So yeah, today I'm just going to be answering a few Q&A questions. While in the background, I'll have the collaging going. I collaged a new cover for my second Promise binder with the Me Now, Unlock My World, Not Yet version. I absolutely love that album, and specifically, like, that concept is truly incredible, actually. So when I saw it, I knew that I really wanted to make a collage with it. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's not my favorite, but like, she exists, you know? It's not my worst, I would say. And then I also decided to do a collage for my Jaehyun collection. And that one also is not my favorite. I don't know. I think it could have been better, but like, I added stickers to it later, and I think it's cuter now that it has all the stickers on it than when I first made it. So I inserted a picture of that you will see later as well. And yeah, that's kind of it for my little intro. So let's just get into it. Twice over, I received the question Barbie versus Oppenheimer, and I'm sorry to say that I have not seen Oppenheimer yet. I am planning to see it. My best friend and I have been going to movies like almost every week of the summer. And so we were planning on going together, but then her dad was like, "No, I want to see it with you." And my dad was like, "Actually, I'll see it with you." And if you know about some of the content of Oppenheimer, I don't know if I really want to see that with my father, but yeah, so I don't actually know when we're gonna do that, but Oppenheimer is still on the watch list, but I did see Barbie, and it was so fun. So a lot of movie theaters, I think, half off day on Tuesdays, half off tickets. So my best friend and I always go on Tuesdays. And because that was the first Tuesday after Barbie had opened, the theater was completely packed. Everybody was wearing pink or like a little Ken fit. And it was so fun. Like, everyone like clapped when the movie started ended, which was cute. Like, normally, like, our movie theater is not really poppin', but for this week specifically, it was really high time to go to the movies, and I really enjoyed Barbie. I've heard a lot of criticisms about it feeling very performative in its feminism, or also the ending being unsatisfactory. But to be honest, considering the narrative flow of the story, for one, I don't think it could have ended in a different way. I'm trying not to be too specific, but Barbie as a character changed so much throughout the movie and saw so many things that her worldview was completely altered. I think if she ended where she started, then it would have felt like she learned nothing, and that would have been really disappointing, honestly, from like a storytelling point of view, for the film to end up like that. I think the only way it could have ended was with her radically changing who she was and ending up in a totally different place. And don't get me wrong, there were some like cheesy women montages in there, but guess what? That shit works on me. I am a huge crier. I will cry at any movie, any book, whatever. Like, if it's supposed to elicit an emotional reaction, it probably will for me. I don't know why. I just maybe it's because I'm kind of stoic. normally that when I have like media presented to me that is overwhelming, then that really gets me, but women, like I love women. And I had no choice but to feel very overwhelmed watching the movie and just being like, wow, women are the fucking best, actually. um, yeah, I don't know. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, of course, but I really liked it. I thought it was a really good watch. I think, honestly, considering movies that have come out in my lifetime, there are not many in the past few years that I would say will retain watchability over time, or will be movies that like the next generation will watch when they're kids. But this is one that I think will live on, which is really cool, honestly, to be able to watch something like that come out. That's my opinion, anyway. Oppenheimer is TBD, but I really liked Barbie. So there's my little Barb's rant for you. We love Barbara. Anyway, next question is, what's my favorite book? So, honestly, this is a tough one for me. I would say currently I don't actually have one singular favorite book, but instead I'll give some recommendations of some book I really liked from recent reads, especially in my classes. All of these books were either recommended to me from professors or I read in classes. First of all, I recently read Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. This is a really, really good book. I would say it's on the strange side. It is very literary fiction. It's translated from Japanese, and it is in a very like modern Japanese literature style in the way that it's written. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really quirky and weird and funny, but also really sad. I would recommend it to anyone, honestly. I thought it was a really good time. I am trying to read her second book, Earthlings. That one I would recommend, honestly, to give you some trigger warnings: child abuse, pedophilia. I don't know what else is going to be in it because I'm about like halfway through it, but those are kind of the main two issues in the first half of the book. And it's so sad. Her second book, it's really, really sad. I still think it's really good, but it is very overwhelming to read. So while I would really recommend Convenience Store Woman, I would say Earthlings. You need to be ready and prepared for a book like that, and honestly I wasn't, because I didn't really know the content of it. Like, it doesn't really reveal any of that in the synopsis, so yeah. But Convenience Store Woman is really good. Then I would recommend Epitaph of a Small Winter by Machado de Assis. This book I read in one of my courses, and it's really good. It's kind of a meta novel, so it's like told from the perspective of the main character after he's died, writing about his life. And it is a very satirical novel. I think if you read it as it being entirely serious, like a lot of people in my class did, you'll miss the whole point of it. And I also think it would help to learn about the background of the author as well. It is a Brazilian novel from the 19th century, and it's from the 19th century, maybe from the 20th century. I don't totally remember. It's really good, also really funny and self-aware, and sad. And yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. We read a lot of kind of like meta novels that are sort of critiquing themselves and their characters, and this was personally my favorite of all of them. I thought it just did the best job being the most like ridiculous and also the most poignant. Then I would recommend Not Too Late by Rebecca Solnit and Thelma Young Lutanabua, which is a anthology of nonfiction climate essays. Honestly, just a lot of really good essays in this book. And I think it's a good read for anybody who feels overwhelming existential dread about the climate crisis, as I'm sure many of us do. Or if you're not really, maybe if you feel like you're not educated enough about climate issues, I would really recommend this book. And I think she did a great job. She and her co-editor Lieutenant Bua did a great job editing this book, and it's really good. And then finally, I would recommend Invisible Cities by Italo Calvino. I guess you could also say that this is kind of a meta novel. Um, it's about Marco Polo and Kublai Khan um, having this like extended conversation about Marco Polo's travels across Kublai Khan's empire. But it's very much not actually about that. It's about, I would say, like the growth of cities and the destruction of cities on the environment and the way that us moving away from cities is disconnecting us as a society. Um, and some of it is maybe, honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's outdated. I would say it's still a very like modern and relevant novel, and I would highly recommend. So, yeah, those are my book recs. Probably more information than anyone wanted to hear, but whatever. You asked. You made the mistake of asking a comparative literature creative writing student book recs, okay? And I had to deliver. Anyway, next question. What is your favorite non-K-pop artist, musical artist? Currently, my top three would be Rina Sawayama, obviously Queen. Did y'all hear the Rina the Seraphim remix? That shit was crazy. Oh my god. She's such an icon. And then Lolo Zuai. I love Lolo. I will fight for Lolo every day. Not enough people know that Lolo is just such an icon, and they should, actually. They should know Lolo better. Go listen to Lolo Zuai's two albums. They're both so good. I'm obsessed with her. I'm like, I follow all of her Instagrams, even her like Priv one. Like, she's just so iconic. I just got her Playgirl vinyl because it finally came out for people who couldn't go to her concert. And I'm so excited to have it. Like, I'm obsessed with her. And then my other favorite, I would say, is Anderson .Paak. I love all of his work. I think he's really great, and his albums are just incredible. Like, if you want someone who is releasing a 10 out of 10 album, like start to finish, a really cohesive album, I would highly recommend. Though most of you at least know probably who Anderson .Paak and Rina Sawayama are. Regardless, those are my faves. And then next question, favorite from a B-side. Let's see. Honestly, I don't know if I have one favorite. I think my faves right now would be Rewind, Attitude, Bring It On, and Prom Night. I don't know, the new album is just really hitting. All I want to do right now is shuffle the new album and EXO's album together, and that just makes me happy. Next question. Let's see. Would you rather know how to speak every language or play every instrument? I would rather know how to speak every language. I'm actually taking intensive beginner German right now. I took French for most of my life, and like I'm not bad at French, but it just pisses me off how irregular it is all of the time, which don't like I know English is too. Don't get me wrong. I know English is really irregular, but that's my that's my native language, so it's kind of too late for that. But it's really hard to learn a language that is very irregular. And German, on the other hand, is very much not. And I'm a dual citizen with Germany and America. So yeah, I'm working on my German, and it's really fun. I love learning languages. I think I have a pretty good aptitude for pronunciation and memorization of words. I'm normally pretty good at reading and writing. I have trouble with speaking, but I plan to study abroad in Germany, so hopefully that'll help out. But yeah, definitely rather speak every language. Instruments are very cool, but I have other creative outlets, so I'd rather know how to speak different languages. Next, fave GWSN song. A toughie. TBH. I think my favorite is All Mine. Right? All Mine, Coast of Azure. Azure? Yeah, I think that's my favorite GWS song. I always really like the beachy vibes in that one. Next up, Problematic user asked for my credit card and PIN and my full name and date of birth. Users stay in orbit can fight me. Let's see what else? Users stay in orbit can back off. Let's see. Then, what idol would you want to have every photocard of existence if money didn't matter? I mean, the obvious answer is Chaeyoung. Like, I really want Chaeyoung's more rare cards, but they don't exist, slash, when they do, they're very expensive. But that's kind of a boring answer, because I feel like y'all already know that. So instead, I would say that I wouldn't want to collect SM album. I wouldn't say Jeondae. So maybe Jaehyun? I really like all of Jaehyun's cards, but they're just so fucking expensive. So that's not in the cards for me. So yeah, probably Jaehyun, but it's not happening. I've already decided that like I'm only gonna get cards of his that I want that aren't egregiously expensive. Then let's see what else. A photocard you don't like from your collection. Um, this is kind of a boring answer, but the TXT Starseeker cards from Chaos Chapter Freeze are literally hideous. They're so ugly. I will insert pictures here. Not a fan of those bad boys. I'm like, literally, who edited those? Those are foul. I'm kind of glad they stopped doing them, even though I'm sad that the like TXT lore is dead. Like, because Hybe's stupid, but yeah, I don't know. Don't love those. And then favorite photo card in my collection. I feel like I always say the Chaeyoung Neighbor shopping cards from Midnight Guest, which I mean, am I wrong? Like they're really fierce and iconic, but I've already said that before multiple times, so I feel like I need to give some variety. I'm really obsessed with Jeondae's EXO O'Clock hoodie card right now. I will also insert a picture here. That card is so cute. I'm so happy that I have it. Like, it was so worth it. I really love Banana Yol. Banana Yol is a main slayer. What else? I love my Unoya Make Star Pobs. Those are so pretty. I'm really excited to get the merch cards in my K-Addy package because they're in like the same lighting outfits kind of. So those will look really pretty too. I would say that's what I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, and then my final question for today is how's it going collecting Unlock My World? So I'm going to insert a picture of my spreadsheet. I have been keeping a spreadsheet this era. I used to always take notes in the Notes app on all the benefits, but we got to have too many and it was getting too complicated to keep all that information in a note. So spreadsheet time it was. Yeah, inspired by one of my friends who keeps a very nice spreadsheet. But yeah, it's going okay actually. I think I don't know how many benefit cards there are. If I had to spitball, definitely over 50, probably over 60 benefit cards for the whole era, and I think I'm only missing about 20. So I at least have the majority. I have almost all of the fan sign cards, which is probably most important to me and to a lot of other people. I think fan sign cards are kind of the most fun to collect, TBH. I have both broadcasts. I have almost all the lucky draws. I need the one with the bunny, but some reason it's like disappeared off the face of the internet right when I need to buy it. So that's really cool. And yeah, I'm like really close to being done. There are a few things that I'm missing that we're actually waiting for to come out still, so I can't even buy them anyway. The greatest challenge I'm facing actually is the pre-order benefits. The regular album version pre-order benefits were relatively easy to get, but as for the compact and the Weverse albums, literally my version of hell is trying to find those stupid cards. I have a few of them, as you saw on the spreadsheet, but for the most part, I don't have those concept pre-order benefits because people just didn't order them. People mostly ordered from Weverse, and kind of disregarded those because they were all the same picture, which is totally valid. But for me, that's posing quite a big problem because I cannot find them secondhand to buy them. And I kind of need them to complete my collection. I mean, I don't need them, obviously, but I would really quite like to have them, and I don't have them. And I don't really know what to do about it because unless they start popping up more, I'm kind of screwed. I actually think that for next era, I would like to do what I did for Stay This Way and do a fixed slot group order or member claim group order for the pre-order benefits, specifically for the member versions, because yeah, it's just like, it's not working out, girlies. Like, we are not succeeding. We are girl failing, actually. And I can't deal with this silliness again, honestly. If people aren't going to buy the pre-order benefits and like Hallyu Superstore isn't going to buy them, then I feel like I kind of have no choice but to start getting them myself. And I mean, I don't even know what the demand is for them. I feel like I'm one of the only people that actually wants them, which sucks. But it is what it is. I'm just like very hardcore completionist when it comes to Chaeyoung, and I know most people who collect from us do not collect everything for them, so yeah. But anyway, that's kind of it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. It was a doozy and a half to make. I've had a really hard time with dealing with editing shenanigans, but hopefully it's turned out all right. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope that I'll see you soon. Bye!